Hey, it's Mimi from Find Joy Resort. Come with me for a stay at the brand new Stella Blue Seaside Resort in Crete. I flew from Manchester and started off in the 1913 lounge. Cheeky little glass of fizz, don't mind if I do. This is my favourite lounge at Manchester Airport. The views are epic and so is the food. This was some cheese and biscuits, absolutely delicious. After a good feed, it was time to head over to my gate, ready for departure. Thanks to the ongoing renovations at Terminal 2, I had to walk 11,000 miles just to get to the gate, but we made it in the end, even though I had to sit down for ages and wait to board. Then it was wheels up and off we go. When I heard that the Stella Collection hotels were launching a new resort, I couldn't wait to go and visit. It's only just opened in May, so I was going to be one of the first people out there to enjoy and experience the resort. After a decidedly average flight from Manchester, I arrived at Heraklion Airport, which everyone told me was going to be hideous, but it was actually fine. My luggage came out in pretty good time, and if you know me, you know I do not do transfer coaches, so I headed out to the front and found a taxi to take me straight to the hotel. Despite the size of my suitcase, I was only staying a few nights, but I thought it was a great opportunity to have a good look around the resort, find out about all the facilities and share them with you guys. The taxi from the airport to Stella Blue is around about 20 minutes, so a nice short transfer and I was ready to arrive. The resort is opposite a small beach. There is a road in between, but not really a problem if you do want to go and visit. And my first impressions of this hotel were absolutely epic. This resort is classed as a 4-star resort, but honestly, it is far superior to any other 4-star resorts I've ever stayed at. The aesthetics are on point. The whole resort has got a kind of rustic, clean boutique vibe, and I was ready to enjoy the all-inclusive. I got my band and it was straight to the pool. This is the main pool at the resort and the views over the sea are absolutely gorgeous. I'm also loving the double sunbeds that you can see. They were snapped up pretty quick in the morning, so if you want one of those, then set your alarm. This is another large pool. This one's set a little bit back in the resort, so it doesn't have the sea views, but there is a bar just behind. And this is the swim up pool, which I had a quick nosy at, but by that time my room was ready and this absolute gent took me on a golf buggy straight down to my room. I booked a luxe swim up room, but they do also have some rooms with a little jacuzzi on the patio. These are advertised on the website, so I'm not sure how you get them, but they looked pretty good. So I arrived at my room 443 and I was suitably impressed. This room can sleep 3. There is a bench that can be converted into a bed just behind that wall that you can see, but we just used it for dumping stuff and putting our suitcases on. Now, if you're like me and like a swim up room on a holiday, then this setup is absolutely top notch. You've got a little patio with chairs and tables, but you also have 2 of the most comfy sunbeds I've ever experienced. Back into the room, there's a king-size 4-poster bed, plenty of room, lovely aesthetics, and the room is a kind of semi-open layout, so the sink is out in the room and then there's a toilet behind that door. It's just a toilet, but there's also a massive walk-in shower as well. All the toiletries are provided, so you've got your usual shampoo, shower gel and conditioner. There's also a coffee machine and the pods are provided, and there's a fully stocked minibar which is also replenished. Back out to the swim up area, and honestly these sunbeds are just next level. It's basically like having a single bed to lie on in the sun. There is a bar on the opposite side of the swim up pool, so you do have to walk through that if you want to get a drink, but honestly that's not a problem. I'm more than happy to have a little swim if it means getting myself a cool drink in the scorching Crete sunshine. And here's a quick tip. If you book a swim up room facing the sea, you'll get the sun all day. Those on the right side from this view get the sun in the afternoon, and those on the left side get the sun in the morning. There are cards for the pool towels, but if you have a swim up room, then you will get one in your room straight away. And finally, there is another small pool at the front of the hotel, which is also shared by those in the sum-up rooms. You can see just there. Right, next on to the snack bar. This is open for lunch and I was really impressed with the options. They had like a bit of comfort food, some salads, some Greek food. This is the burger and then I had the mini kebabs. All were lush. Next, I decided it was time to have a look at the spa and oh my days, this is one of the most beautiful spas I've ever had the pleasure of visiting. Alongside the indoor pool, there's also a sauna and a steam room and several rooms for treatments. I had a 50-minute deep tissue massage. It was outstanding, and then spent some time just chilling in the pool, which also has a section with a jacuzzi. You know what I mean, bubbles. After the spa, it was time for a quick change and down to the main bar for a pre-dinner cocktail. All the cocktails are included in the all-inclusive. They're all made fresh, really, really good. For dinner, we booked in to the Ocean a la carte restaurant and the view from this rooftop restaurant was absolutely insane. If you can get a seat just next to the balcony, then you will get the most amazing sunset views whilst having dinner. Absolutely gorgeous. This a la carte restaurant is included for all-inclusive guests that are staying for 7 nights or more, but you can pay to visit more often or if you're not staying for 7 nights. For starters, we had calamari and that's a prawn and avocado dish. Main, we went for mushroom risotto and I had the most amazing lobster ravioli. It was absolutely chef's kiss. It was my first time having it and I was blown away. Alongside this a la carte restaurant, there is also a buffet that's open in the evening, but that's the only other place you can eat for dinner, so just something to bear in mind. If you do like a bit more variety for your evening meals, then there are plenty of restaurants you can walk to in the area, but obviously that would be on your own coin. Next, I'm going to take you along to Nomad for breakfast. This is the buffet. There was so much choice for breakfast. Everything was labelled really well. There was juices, fruit, loads of continental breakfast items like meats, cheeses. The feta cheese was delicious. Olives, bread. There was also plenty of hot cooked breakfast options as well. Plenty of different cereals and milk options. There was an omelette station and also a fresh pancake station too. There's a 24-hour gym on site as well if you need to work off some of that food. It's absolutely brand spanking new. Plenty of machines, all top-notch equipment. Plus a studio where they hold classes such as yoga and reformer Pilates. The on-site shop is part boutique clothing and souvenirs, part mini market with all the essentials you'd need on holiday, toiletries, sun cream, plenty of drinks, and also these super cute branded plastic cups, which I just had to get. Loads of soft drinks and snacks, so if you really didn't want to venture out but want to get some extra bits, then the shop's got everything in there. I absolutely loved this resort and would recommend it to anyone looking for a chilled boutique vibe holiday. Just bear in mind that you have to be 12 or over to check in, so it is very adult focused, but if that's a bit of you, then you won't be disappointed. If you do have any questions, just pop something in the comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up or even better subscribe for more travel related resort content. Thanks for watching.